What's up? Xin chào tất cả mọi người. Này sẽ chơi nốt nhiệm vụ vần thơ cái vẹo gì vần thơ trong nước nha mọi người. Chơi.
Wow, everyone got here so early.
The sun is shining bright today. As soon as that leaf floats past Stonegate, we shall reveal today's poetry theme.
The theme of the second day of the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala is pairing couplets.
Pairing couplets. Oh, I've heard of that. It's a Liyue art form where you have to create new lines of poetry based on fixed rules. Kind of like a fill-in-the-blanks game, but for poetry.
Heaven and earth, rain and wind, the endless sky and the boundless land, forest borers and ocean shrimp, lavender melons and matsutake shrooms.
Quả thơ.
Based on a given line of poetry, you must create the second line to form a pair, or couplet. As long as you take inspiration from the wide world around you, you'll find it's not so difficult after all. The two lines should be neatly matched, complementing each other both semantically and rhythmically. In essence, it's just like most other forms of poetry.
To buoy your imaginations and allow the winds of inspiration to fill your sails, we've added an additional component, an inspiration walk.
An inspiration walk?
Đi dạo tìm cảm hứng. Nghe giống đánh nhau ấy à? Giống cả cái trò chơi đánh nhau đây.
By inspiration walk, we simply mean wandering around in the wild, taking in the scenery and pocketing any poetic thoughts. Of course, to all our friends, old and new, please be careful while out and
Tiêu
about.
tháng này của Vang thì đều đã đủ.
Funeral parlor is already fully booked for the month ahead, and if there's any more demand, I'll be the only one with a smile on my face.
In short, please roam freely as the mood takes you. Enjoy the spectacular scenery of our two beautiful nations, and fill your imaginations with the most pleasing of poetry. We will all reconvene here tonight. Traveler, can you round up Singcho, Chongyun, and the Mondstadt contingent? I have a favor to ask of you.
Oh, is it that thing from yesterday?
No problem.
Thanks. I'm counting on you. So, we hope that each of you can keep an eye out for this while you're out on your inspiration walk.
Are you sure this is okay? It was just something I ran into, and now we're imposing my business on everyone else.
Oh, please don't say that, Mr. Chongyun. Master Jean ordered us to work with you however we can to improve cooperation. Helping each other out is exactly what we're here for.
Để tôi bật cái quạt to to lên một tí đã. Okay.
Besides, investigating any strange occurrences near Mondstadt and making a report to the Knights of Avonius is also part of our job.
I don't mind either, because while we're out, I can look for new cocktail ingredients too. Just think of it like an outing with friends. It'll be fun.
The way I see it, you should just humbly accept their willingness to help.
All right. In that case, thank you all very much. I will be sure to repay your kindness someday.
Now, how about we split into two groups for the day?
You mean to cover more ground?
Not just that. Don't forget, this is still part of the Poetry Gala.
Mẹ con muỗi này.
If we all see the same sights and sounds during our inspiration walk, how can we write unique poems?
That's true. But how do we decide who goes in which group?
Why don't we draw lots?
Yeah! That'll make things even more fun.
Xong rồi thì em tách Paimon với cả Traveler ra thì ở đấy mà vui nhá, Paimon nhá.
Drawing lots? But what if I end up with the Liyue crowd, and I can't think of anything to say to them?
I've got the slips of paper here. Who wants to go first?
Oh, Paimon! Paimon wants to go first.
Okay, so that's the Traveler,
Biết ngay mà.
Paimon, Diona, and Chongyun in one group, and Singcho, Mika, and Noelle in the other.
Đấy biết ngay mà làm sao có chuyện tách ra Paimon với Traveler được nhỉ?
What a relief. At least I'll have Noelle with me.
Then I humbly place myself at your instruction.
Oh, I don't think that won't be.
I also await your guidance.
Take care, everyone. See you all tonight.
Mọi
Did
ơi,
anyone
mọi
forget
ơi.
to bring anything? If not, then let's get going. Dun-
Wow.
Ai ẩn nhầm.
Are those ears and tail real? So fluffy. All right. Miss Diona, is there some place in particular you would like to go?
Just call me Diona. Since we're trying to find that thing you saw, why don't we start with the place you saw it last time?
Captain, hey, quit messing around.
Oh, sao này? Thủy thần chào Venti.
Enjoy your inspiration walks. I'm looking forward to some splendid poetry tonight.
Thế còn hutao đâu? Where is hutao? Hutao biến đâu mất rồi? Có vẻ hutao biến mất rồi. Chắc là đi cùng sao gì đấy. Thôi kệ, nào làm nhiệm vụ đây. Gì đây? Tận chỗ này á? Ui, chạy xa thế.
Too slow. Quit following
Ôi,
me.
tao không muốn đánh nhau. Tao đang muốn làm nhiệm vụ.
Rises.
Cút hết đi.
Behold.
Đây rồi.
Right over there, next to the water. That's where I saw it. But it was a little foggy at the time, so I didn't get a clear look.
The view from here is great, but there's kind of a gloomy atmosphere around here. Is this the kind of place you like to take a walk?
I wasn't taking a walk. I come here to train.
Train? Like how knights train for combat?
It's a bit different. As an exorcist of Liyue, my training involves practicing techniques for the exorcism of evil spirits.
Exorcism?
I've always wanted to demonstrate the power of exorcism, but it's a pity. I've never actually gotten the chance.
Changyun is 1 in a million. He has pure yang spirit, so as soon as he gets close, evil spirits run and hide. Huh? Isn't that a good thing?
It's awful. Have you ever heard of an exorcist that's never seen an evil spirit? A lot of people think I'm a fraud because of this condition of mine.
Là phương sĩ nhưng mà lại không gặp yêu tà lần nào để thể hiện kỹ năng.
The physical
Khổ thật.
constitution is far rarer than the techniques still passed down by exorcists today. You should treasure it.
Conqueror of demons.
Is that a friend of yours? Yep, this is Xiao, an adeptus of Liyue. An adeptus? Wow, I've never seen one of those before. Hello, Mr. Adeptus?
Just call me Shao.
So, are you here to train too? Or are you out for an inspiration walk?
When I heard about the exorcist's encounter, my suspicions were roused. That's why I'm here.
Uầy, biến các thể loại ngầu thế nhỉ?
I've already informed the owner of the inn. If you see anything out of the ordinary, return immediately and leave it to me.
I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to drag even the Conqueror of Demons into this.
I have already patrolled the area and found nothing amiss. Either the anomaly you encountered was no evil spirit, or perhaps it already left.
I guess that means we came all this way for nothing.
If there's no other business, I'll be taking my leave now.
Khoan đã.
Yeah, you should come. There's no one else around here anyway, so you don't need to worry.
But
I would also be honored if you joined us, Adeptus Xiao. It is a rare opportunity, and I have many questions about exorcising evil spirits that I would like to ask you.
Để mà. Để mà.
Fine.
Cùng. Yes.
Seems like this adeptus is pretty shy. Or maybe all the
Hay tất cả tiên nhân ở Liyue đều như thế.
Team Changyun has a new member! Yay!
What? When did this become my team? now that Adeptus Xiao is joining us, if anyone's team leader, it should be...
Don't overthink it. Diona, didn't you say you wanted to find some new ingredients?
Yeah, I don't get to come to Liyue very often, so I want to gather some new ingredients while I'm here. I've heard that Liyue's Jueyun chilies can set your throat on fire. Is that true? I'm gonna mix them into my drinks and give it a try.
Uh-huh. Julian chilies. I'm not sure that would taste very good.
Really? Perfect! Let's go pick a whole bunch of them.
Vào tay Diana thì không thể nào không ngon đâu.
What
Bỏ
the...
cuộc đi. Bỏ cuộc đi Diana.
As well as Jueyun chilies, I also need some slime condensate or loach pearls.
Are
Mình chơi
those
thử
really
sao này.
fit for human consumption? It's starting to sound like something Xiangling would make.
Wow. Wow. Wow, nhiều đợt đánh nhá. 1 2 3 4 5 6 đợt đánh. Ai da. Đâu? Tuyệt vân đâu? Quẻ. Cho tôi hỏi Tuyệt vân ở đâu vậy? Xung quanh đây làm gì có? Oh! Mẹ. Ôi, cách đánh nghe cũng lực nhỉ. Wow.
Okay, this should be enough.
Diona, you seem really committed to, making alcoholic drinks available to people of all tastes.
What? No, never! I hate alcohol! When grown-ups drink too much, they get that stupid drunk look on their faces, can't speak clearly, and don't even respond properly. Sometimes, they just sleep on the floor all night. Alcohol is the root of all kinds of evil. So, I'm on a mission to mix the most disgusting drink in the whole world and show everyone just how awful alcohol really is. Nothing can stand in my way. If it means coming out to Liyue every day to pick fresh Jueyun chilies, then so be it.
Is it really worth all that effort?
Yeah. Because all my previous efforts have failed. Those stinking booze hounds not only haven't woken up to the truth of how bad alcohol is, they even keep praising my drinks. It makes me furious!
But how is that possible? If this is the kind of stuff you're throwing into their drinks, it must taste absolutely vile, surely.
Are you calling me a liar? Well, if you don't believe me, I'll fix you a drink right now. Then...
No need.
Just you wait.
Oh no. Is she really going to add those Jueyun
Không sao đâu
chilies?
Trương Jun. Uống xong thành lại khác
If
ngay
her
mà.
claims are true, perhaps she too possesses a unique constitution of some kind.
I don't see how it could have anything to do with her. Unless she's under the influence of some kind of power? Maybe an evil spirit.
No. I sense no trace of the demonic in her. Although there are traces of something else. Something rather special. In Liyue, we might say this child has adeptal affinity.
Tiên duyên.
It's ready. Here, I made one for Xiao too.
Oh boy. Look at that color. Yep. She definitely added Jueyun chilies.
What's wrong? You're not allergic to anything, are you? Don't
Don't worry, there isn't even any alcohol in it. It's a slime condensate base with a seasoning of Jueyun chilies and finished with frog legs.
Đùi ếch ạ.
Surely there's no way this can possibly taste good.
Hai người đừng biến cợt nhé.
Xiao downed it in a single gulp. Oh, great. If the conqueror of demons drank it, it'd
Uống
be
đi,
worthy
không sao
of
đâu.
use. Oh,
Changyun drank his too. Is he gonna be okay?
This drink is...
delicious.
Vãi mình. Sao trên mắt nguyên thạch nguyên thạch trên mắt rồi.
It does have a touch of Jueyun chili, but it isn't at all overpowering. It's completely different from Xiangling's cooking or those drinks Xingqiu makes to mess with me.
Say à?
It's crisp and
Sai
refreshing
rồi.
with just a hint of numbness, and the Jueyun chili flavor combines with the smooth but not slimy texture of the frog legs to form a heavenly mixture. And oh, the slimes! Can we talk about the slimes?
biểu.
Before this, I never knew that they had such a pure and herby taste, like fresh grass after the rain. The power and
Vãi,
purity
vừa
of
thì nhanh
nature
hơn à?
distilled into a cup. Amazing! Simply unbelievable!
Ôi, ông này uống rượu xong rồi ông mới tăng tốc độ lên mọi thứ lên.
That's right. Slimes are absolutely sublime. Oh, I failed again. But wait, what's gotten into Changyun?
Đã nói nhiều hơn thì phải.
Great up until now.
I'm great, and I gotta try another. Diona, if you please, one more. Okay. I think I've calmed down a bit. I'm sorry. I can't believe I let you all see me like that.
Ôi, hôm nay mà uống rượu vào là sức mạnh tăng lên gấp bội đấy.
It's fine. My fault for not checking your spice tolerance first.
À, không ăn được cay à?
Looks like this pure yang spirit isn't such a great thing to have after all.
Thuần dương chi thể.
Actually, before I drank it, I very much doubted what you said about your drinks.
Who'd have thought it? Diona and Changyun are actually kind of similar.
Hmm?
Xiao, what's wrong?
Look over there.
You mean the leaf?
Something's written on it.
What? You can see that from over here? Oh yeah, or it'll get swept away.
Đâu? Là gì?
There's a poem written on it. The conqueror of demons has truly amazing vision.
Trời đêm đó như vườn hoa, sao ánh ong bay khẽ giao hòa, tìm kiếm rượu ngon cùng giấc mộng, đêm đó đôi ta như sương. Ánh trăng đan xen tựa tơ mây, thêm ngọt lời nói của hai ta, nhưng tôi quay lưng bỏ lại chàng, thơ lòng không thể thổ lộ ra. Từ bao giờ tôi còn... Từ thời tôi còn đi học thì chắc là... Đây là lần cuối tôi đọc thơ ấy. Từ đó sao đã không còn sáng, ánh trăng mất đi vẻ mượt mà, tuy cố né tránh dưới làn nước lệ tràng trong suối khẽ trôi qua. Hồi trước tôi còn bị bắt học thuộc lòng thơ cơ. Rồi không đọc sẽ bị phạt.
It sounds like the author is writing about the first time they met their true love.
Although the following lines suggest that they didn't end up together.
Why write a poem on a fallen leaf? The flowing waters are ruthless. They carry the leaves away with the current. This poem would likely have vanished into the void had we not found it. It makes no sense to me.
Đôi khi làm thơ chỉ để bày tỏ nỗi lòng thôi.
That's true. I've heard Xingqiu say something similar before. When there's things that you're unable to say, or just never had the chance to say before it was too late, if it can be put on paper, it can be expressed as poetry.
Is it kind of like wishing at a fountain? I used to do that sometimes when I was little. So, that means that our mystery poet was probably hoping that someone would read it, right? You think? Then, should we write a poem in reply?
But we don't know who wrote it. How can we reply?
Why not go upstream?
Lên thượng nguồn thử xem.
Upstream?
The ink looks fresh. It can't have been written too long ago. This withered leaf floated down with the current. If we travel further upstream and drop a leaf into the same waters, it should be carried down past the original writer.
Cool! Aw, this is so romantic! Communicating with a mystery person using poems on fallen leaves! But how do we make sure that they'll receive it?
We can write extra copies and drop the leaves in different places. As they say, where there's a will, there's a way. Surely at least one of our leaves will find a path.
Either way, it's our only option.
Then let's make like a tree and head upstream!
Tìm trên cội nguồn. Ôi, một cây à? Xa phết. Ai à? Con chó lợn đang lãng mạn.
Upstream, upstream, up we go! Oh, did you think of what to write yet?
Đêm đen không đi. À đâu, đêm đen không đoạt đi ánh sáng, nước chảy không cuốn trôi đá tảng. Lời hứa còn đấy, tình ngân vang. Tuy là nhỏ bé nhưng kiên định, nguyện cùng đoàn tụ dưới trăng vàng.
Ooh, great! Now give it here, and Paimon will toss it into the water!
May phải có đề xuất của sao.
Things you never had the chance to say before it was too late.
Hay sao thử làm thơ
In
nhé.
fact, I have
Ai!
little talent for, nor knowledge of poetry.
The leaf's in the water! Look, it's like a little boat! Merrily, merrily down the stream, life is but a dream.
We should probably pick up the pace. We still have a few more leaves to set afloat, and we need to get back before it gets dark.
Okay, let's go! What's this? You two having a private chat?
No, it's nothing. I just hope this isn't all in vain.
Trước đó ở một đội khác.
The scenery here is quite beautiful. Let's pause here to seek some inspiration.
Should we set up camp? Oh, please wait a moment. I'll pitch the tent.
It's an inspiration walk. There's no need for all that.
Okay. Well, I'll conduct reconnaissance nearby to ensure this area is safe and see if I can't scavenge any firewood or food while I'm at it.
Wait, reconnaissance?
It means survey the environment and plan our route forward. It's the foundation of all operations while out in the
Đi
wild.
cắm trại à?
Are all inspiration walks in Mondstadt this complicated? They're acting like this is completely normal. Am I the weirdo here? In that case, I'll conduct reconnaissance with Mika.
Huh? Oh, okay then. Crumbs. Now I have to try and make small talk. Should I mention the scenery? The weather?
Very well. Then leave the camp to me.
Như đi cắm trại nhỉ? Vui thế.
So, Singcho, do you, go on inspiration walks often, or
I do. I always get bored when I'm cooped up at home, so I head out for a stroll. Life gets busy. You have to steal a moment of leisure when you can.
Cool. Oh, over there, firewood.
À, nói chuyện lại với Noel nhỉ? Mình chưa nói chuyện lại với Noel. Đấy, chill vãi trưởng à? chill vãi trưởng ra.
Have fun, you two. I'll have the tent set up soon.
Ôi, bao giờ mới có cái sự kiện Noel chính thức vào đội kỵ sĩ Tây Phong của Mondstadt nhỉ?
Body and mind.
Ông này dùng cả lao, dùng cả giáo, dùng cả cung, dùng cả sách phép. Wow.
I'm fine. Really.
Rain outlines your fate.
Mày.
Let's keep going, team.
Rain cutter.
Ok. Rồi giờ làm gì đây? Củi khô. Thu thập nguyên liệu gần đó chắc đây à? Thu thập quả mâm đâu? Quẻ! À đây rồi.
With this wood and the food I brought along, we can definitely put together a decent lunch.
You've got quite a knack at wilderness survival. I'll give you that.
Thanks. I was on an expedition with the Grandmaster of the Knights of Favonius for a while, not too long ago.
Oh? You sound like a character from an adventure novel. Charging across the world, sword in hand.
What? No, I'm nowhere near as amazing as all that. If I really run into a powerful enemy, I always leave it for someone stronger to deal with.
You're too modest, Mika. A hero is measured not by the blood on his sword, but by what's in his heart. As long as a righteous heart that yearns to aid others beats within your chest, no matter where you go, or what you have achieved, you may be called a hero.
Uầy, câu này hay thế. Nói xong mới chảy nước mắt rồi. Uầy, câu này hay vãi chưởng.
That all sounded pretty profound. I've never even thought about any of that before.
Uầy, câu ấy,
Hello? Are
câu nói
you
xinh xinh
okay?
hay quá.
Maybe we should return, lest Noel be forced to wait on us.
Sure.
Wow. Câu rất hay. Bất ngờ luôn á.
Time to act.
Tôi có sinh chiêu chưa ấy nhỉ? Hình như là chả nhớ đó, hình như là chưa đâu.
Body and mind.
Noel dựng xong cái lều rồi. Wow. Trông xịn thế.
You're back. Did everything go smoothly?
No need, thanks. All clear. There's no danger in the vicinity.
Uầy, nhóm bên này chill ấy trưởng nhỉ? Ngồi sáng tác thơ lại còn có cái để ăn, có cái để
Your cooking is amazing. Every single dish is so tasty.
Truly astounding. I never imagined it was possible to enjoy such a satisfying meal in the great outdoors.
Really? Then what do you usually eat when you're out on an inspiration walk?
Oh, well, since I usually sneak out from home, I just grab some dried snacks to take with me. Add in whatever fruit I pick along the way, and that's my lunch.
By sneaking out, you mean running away from home?
That's right. Or sometimes I'll tell a cover story like, I'm going out to take care of business.
But if you get caught, won't you get disciplined?
So just don't get caught.
Anyway, did anything interesting come up while you were out scouting?
Well, Xingqiu and I talked about what it means to be a hero. Now that I think about it, by Xingqiu's definition, you should be considered a hero too, Noel.
Huh? Me?
You're always happy to help everyone in the Knights of Favonius. Not only that, but whenever we're out training, you help out the citizens of Mondstadt. Oh, remember that time when a giant boulder was blocking the road? You cut it in two with a single blow.
Oh? Sounds like she has both a heroic spirit and incredible martial prowess.
Don't. Oh, please don't praise me like that. We should talk about what we came here to do. Finding inspiration.
Miss Hutao said something about pocketing our poetic thoughts. But so far, all we've done is gather some firewood and cook lunch. I have no idea what to write.
You can write about anything. Looking at Cor Lapis, one can't help but wonder if one's own heart is as bright and clear as jade. Observing silk, so bright and beautiful, one pauses to consider whether it ever feels the sadness and sorrow that humans do.
So we have to connect our internal world with the external one?
Exactly. But that's just one of many possible methods.
Ôi, tim mày khỏe nhỉ, tim mày có sinh chiêu chuyên làm thơ khỏe vãi.
Perhaps you might gaze out at the bridge in the distance and see a woman leaning on the railing, looking as if her heart is laden by sorrows that even the rushing waters below cannot wash away.
Huh? Wait! I saw her at the gala yesterday. She wrote one of the riddles we answered. Why don't we go say hi?
Hello, ma'am. How fortuitous it is that we meet again.
Hello. Are you here on your inspiration walk too?
Yes. Allow me to introduce ourselves. I am Xingqiu, and this is Noelle and Mika.
Thank you for accepting our answer to your riddle yesterday.
Oh, don't mention it. It's all in good fun. I'm Kelly Roe.
So, Miss Caliroe, are you from Fontaine?
That's right. I was traveling in the area and just happened to see there was a poetry event being held at Stone Gate. It looked fun, so I thought I'd drop in.
Đúng rồi, tóc xanh này thì nhìn là biết à.
Your riddle yesterday made quite an impression on me. It was uniquely evocative. Have you studied Liyue poetry before?
I haven't, actually. I've just picked up a few things here and there from chatting with people throughout my travels.
Amazing! So you're a natural poet.
We noticed you standing on the bridge from quite some distance away. Are you drawing poetic inspiration from the flowing current beneath your feet?
I haven't finished my poem yet. The water here was just so peaceful and calming. I stopped for a moment and lost myself in admiring it.
Well, since we're all here, why not head back with us to the venue for tonight's festivities? It's getting late after all.
Huh? Are you sure?
We can walk and talk. Perhaps the mingling of ideas will give rise to new inspiration.
I'd personally like to hear Miss Callie Roe's couplet. I'm sure I can learn something.
Well, if you're all in agreement, I've got no reason not to join you.
Wow.
Woohoo! The first team is back. Right.
Huh? The
Ai?
others have yet to return?
Come on!
Ôi trời.
Let's hurry!
Ôi giời ơi.
We're not too late, are we?
Just how far did you all go?
Everyone catch your breath. Come on, deep breaths. 1, 2. Now, don't panic. The party hasn't started yet.
We made it!
Biết ngay mà.
Exhausted.
Bay mà cũng mệt sao?
Hana gets tired if she has to fly too fast. Oh, not to mention dropping all those leaves. Paimon's hands are cramping up. Sounds like someone needs to exercise more.
Tại vì
Huh? You guys picked up a new teammate while you were out?
Indeed. This is Kelly Roe. I believe you'll remember her from yesterday, though you weren't introduced.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, but you're not the only ones who's called in reinforcements.
ừ.
Wait. Xiao? Where'd he go? Xiao, come on out!
Now that we've all regrouped, let's... Scratch that. Looks like we're still waiting on my co-host.
À, ừ nhờ. Hutao đâu?
They say roosters crow at first light, and finches go to bed at night. But Director Hutao's always on the ball. Anytime, anywhere, she'll answer your call.
Are the theatrics really necessary? We're already on day 2 of the festival. The opening ceremony is over.
Oh, but my dear, dear Paimon, it seems you are not yet aware. That was not for my own sake, but for a special guest who's joining us today.
Ai? Ô, biết
Whose
ngay
manner
mà.
is as exuberant as ever. It
Biết
always
ngay
makes
mà.
quite an impression.
Uầy, lâu lắm mới là Zhongli đấy. Tôi biết cái này sẽ có Zhongli mà. Trời ơi, mình đã mường tượng ra rồi. Wow.
Oh boy! Now this is a surprise.
Lâu lắm mới gặp Zhongli
Mr.
á.
Zhongli, I hope you are well.
Xingqiu, what can you tell me about Mr. Zhongli? He seems like somebody very important.
Yes, he's held in very high regard in Liyue Harbor. He's extremely erudite in many different domains of knowledge.
Cứ nói là Zhongli đã từng sống 6.000 năm à? Hay là bao nhiêu? Đấy, từng đấy năm là mọi người sẽ hiểu ra ngay mà.
Allow me to introduce you all to Zhongli, a consultant at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. His expertise is limitless, stretching from the celestial orbs to the terrestrial ores, spanning modern and ancient culture, delving into literature both prosaic and poetic. He may be my subordinate, but he is certainly a qualified poetry expert, and so we have invited him here tonight to judge the compositions.
The director exaggerates. I am but vaguely acquainted with a few lines of classical poetry. Should you consider me to be remiss in my appraisal of your own compositions, please correct me.
Yeah, enough with the modesty already. If I didn't know better, I'd say you seemed nervous. Just focus on judging.
Please rest assured that I shall rise to the occasion, Director.
Let me do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great! Equal numbers on both sides.
Huh? Are you counting me too?
Chơi cùng nhé.
Fine. But consider this a favor.
With our Fontaine friend present, perhaps we should rename this event to the Three Nations Congenial Poetry Gala.
Có cả người Fontaine nữa chứ nhỉ?
Also, I'm just noticing that Paimon should only count as a half teammate at most. That kind of puts Team Traveler at a bit of a disadvantage.
nửa thành viên đấy.
Well, how about this? I'll join in as well. Director Hutao, here to help out in your hour of greatest need. What does everyone think?
Naturally, the more the merrier. Being the host of the festival shouldn't stop you from having the chance to enjoy it like the rest of us.
Then it's settled. Everyone else in the audience, feel free to join in too and support your favorite team.
What about me? Shall I keep track of the score?
No need for that. The teams are just a formality. We're all friends here, and this isn't intended to be competitive. But what do you think, Judge Zhongli?
I concur, Director. Moreover, it would be disingenuous to impose upon our friends from Mondstadt and Fontaine a competition in which they are judged on how rigorously they can adhere to Liyue poetic conventions. Since this is a congenial poetry gala, should we not begin with inspiration and finish with friendly conversation? The aim being for all participants to enjoy themselves.
Đấy. Thế là những cái event kiểu như này nó sẽ add thêm, kiểu nhà làm game sẽ add thêm rất nhiều người và cái không khí nó cũng sẽ khác ấy. Lần này là nhiều người phết rồi đấy chứ. Không khí khác hẳn luôn đấy. Thích thật.
That's a relief.
Nhiều hơn tí nữa thì
I
là
was so
perfect.
nervous about this, but it sounds like it's gonna be pretty relaxed.
Kiểu gọi là có mấy NPC mặc dù không làm gì nhưng mà để phụ họa ấy, thì trông nó cũng đỡ trống, đẹp hơn hẳn.
Couldn't have asked for a better judge. Zhongli said everything I was supposed to say, only far more eloquently. So, without further ado, I shall pass the baton to Venti.
No problem. Friends old and new, put on your thinking caps and take a deep breath of fresh air. The second stage of our poetry gala will now commence.
Bây giờ bắt đầu. Bây giờ bắt đầu. Yeah.
Perhaps I could break the ice with a humble contribution to inspire others to share their brilliance. Please listen to the first line in the couplet. Lounging in luxury inside a Shinue kiosk booth, delighting in countless contemporary tastes.
What? He managed to think of one already? Oh, he seems like a real expert at this.
Shinue Kiosk. Should that be paired with Lily Pavilion? Or are they too similar for a couplet? Oh, this is pretty difficult.
Shinue Kiosk. Contemporary tastes? I guess I should pair the modernity of their VIP dining experience with an emblem of the past. Ah! Maybe where I was training that one time. That was quite ancient. The weather was terrible that day. Okay, I got something.
Đâu?
Surrounded by history, outside a Tianheng Pass pavilion, as lightning sets the boundless tenebrous skies ablaze.
Wow! Changyun completed the couplet!
Shinue Kiosk is a renowned modern restaurant, while the mountain pass of Tianheng is a prominent historical landmark. These two iconic locations form a complementary pair. The imagery also contrasts rather well between the two halves of the couplet. One half describing a leisurely and comfortable indoor scene, the other portraying a hazardous outdoor scenario where there is no protection from the elements.
Huh? I was just describing what I experienced that day. I guess I just got lucky. Alright then. I guess I'll start the next couplet. Mind pines for Mingyun. Flesh confined to Qingse. Spirit striding high on Zheyun's clouds.
Oh, Changyun, you dark horse. Looks like you came to play today.
This conjures the image of one with lofty aspirations, whose life is limited to a small town, but who awaits the opportunity to one day ascend above the clouds. The use of various locations for their symbolism is quite novel indeed.
Oh! Soul shines like jade stone, dressed in finest silkware. Lucent heart still beats within me now.
Wow, how did Noelle do that?
A superb line. It employs the metaphor of precious stone to describe one of noble and moral character, with a pure and clear heart. The symbolism in this case is centered around objects, truly the work of a skilled poet.
That was a commendable couplet.
All
Wow.
thanks to your guidance while we were out on our inspiration walk. I'd like to start the next couplet.
Nào,
Up
Câu đố ở
into the
Fontaine.
misty karst, down among the grassy marsh, all for lotus seed and bird egg soup.
Lotus seed and bird egg soup? What is it, Diona? Did you think of a second line for the couplet? No. Everyone's poems are so complicated. I need more time just to understand them. But when I heard lotus seed and bird egg soup, it made me think of berry and mint burst. Maybe because I mixed a similar drink recently.
North beyond the Starfell Lake.
Ồ.
South across the windswept plains. Just for berries squeezed
Ai da,
and mint
Traveler gói
infused.
à.
No wonder everyone praises the traveler so highly. You answered so quickly.
Both halves of this couplet require intimate knowledge of the terrain in question and the local plants that may be found there. The two of you are clearly both seasoned travelers.
Does this mean I helped? Meowza!
Cảm ơn Diana.
Hey now, Zhongli. Don't just praise everything you hear. You should question and press them a bit. Don't worry about upsetting anyone. After all, I'm here to take the heat.
Then allow me to try another. Qingxin has no heart. Still, it soothes the human heart.
Is she talking about the medicinal effects of Qingxin? This is a hard one to match.
Oh.
Sweet dream is no dream, yet it nurtures people's dreams.
Sweet dream. Does that really match?
Since the suitability of the match has been queried, I shall act according to the director's wishes and ask you, What is the link between sweet dream and Qingshin?
Mỹ mộng có nghĩa là giấc mộng đẹp, là một món điểm tâm.
Oh, you mean eating a delicious dessert before bed will make you sleep well, right? You're amazing!
Wow. Why?
Then I agree. The two halves of the couplet match. This point is well deserved.
Points for me, points for thee. This judge gives out points for free. But if you ask me, everyone's being a little too conventional so far. Let's push the envelope a little. Go nuts!
Oh? In that case, why don't you finish this one for me, Hutao? Round moon in the heavens, full moon at night. Celebrate with circle of friends.
Oh, square meals in the basement. Big bowls of rice. Decorate with cuboids of meat.
Huh? What the?
Ah, we have ourselves a pedant's couplet.
Đối vô
The
tình.
two halves have no thematic connection, yet each word has its perfect parallel, meaning the two halves do form a cohesive whole. The strict pairings make this no easier to achieve than a thematically coherent couplet.
Blah, 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 blah. So verbose. Zhongli, just tell me if I got a point or not.
Of course you did. I presumed it went without saying.
Ahem. Through Cheongji, I walked 100 miles. At Guili, I ended my march. In Dihua, the silver grass grows in two styles, but horsetails don't trot out the marsh.
From vendors, I bought some 15 steaks. At dinner, I sizzled the lot. At pressure, the tenderloin cooks in 2 ticks, but 15 won't fit in the pot.
Huh?
Khó.
That's a pedant's couplet.
Khó. Mặt hư tao này.
I thought of one.
Ấy.
Wolf hooks can't hook Baron Bunny. Aw, that's a cute couplet.
Sweet flowers can't outsweet Sister Barbara.
What? What?
Now, that's the passion we like to see. Although, unfortunately, your response was technically one word too long.
In that case, Whopper flowers can't whop Jumpy Dumpty.
Oh, this monster's got talents.
I'm so relieved I at least managed to get one.
Nestling by a roaring fire, scent of tea wafts from the stove, reading through the heart of clear springs.
Wow, Noelle came up with another one. Come on, match the couplet. Paimon knows you can do it.
Đúng rồi, Paimon đố đi, mọi người đều ấy hết rồi.
Do you really think Paimon has what it takes?
Thử đối vô tình đi.
Fine, Paimon will give it a whirl. Nestling by a roaring fire, scent of tea wafts from the stove, reading through the heart of clear springs. Seething in the pouring rain, sword of pain swipes at my foe, beating up the eye of the storm.
Hay. Hay.
What? Really?
Yes, very good. The image of challenging powerful foes in the harshest of conditions seemed to manifest before my eyes, and it was perfectly juxtaposed against the atmosphere of leisurely reading with a cup of
Sao mà
freshly
tuyệt vời vậy
brewed
chưa?
tea.
Really? Maybe Paimon has a knack for this after all.
Phải.
It appears that my services as a judge are no longer needed.
Ai, hay quá.
Woohoo! Paimon's so happy! Paimon managed to match a bunch of couplets at the end. You did hear them all, right?
I really enjoyed myself too. Oh, I never knew Liyue's couplet poetry was so much fun.
You were amazing today, Noelle. You did so many couplets. Paimon especially liked your one about reading Heart of Clear Springs. Paimon never could have thought of that.
Sao thế? What's wrong?
Miss Kelly Roy, are you okay? You look like you're getting tired.
Don't worry, I'm fine. Thanks for asking. Although, I do have a question I'd like to ask. Have all of you read Heart of Clear Springs?
I haven't actually read it.
My dad told me the story once. It's about a spring fairy and a young boy.
Oh, yes. The story of a spring fairy who left her homeland and met a boy under the moonlight in a faraway land. The boy poured out his heart to her, and she listened to his stories. Over time, the boy grew up and began to develop feelings for the spring fairy. But the spring fairy didn't understand human love and was afraid that making a promise to him would ultimately end in tragedy. And so, I don't know if Diona's father mentioned the part about the kiss to her.
Chả đời nào.
In the end, the spring fairy left the boy and was never heard from again.
Oh, yes, that's it. Many years went by, and the boy became an old man. But he never stopped believing that the fairy was real, and not just a dream.
Sounds like a tragic tale.
So, what do you guys think of the spring fairy in the story?
I'm sure she made her decision with the best of intentions, but the boy couldn't hope to understand why she left. It's a shame that the misunderstanding never got cleared up.
Well, do you think she should go back and see that boy again, if she ever had another chance?
Now? But isn't he an old man by the end of the story?
Isn't it a bit late? What if it just led to more regrets? Oh, sorry. Oh, maybe I'm being too pessimistic.
If Paimon was that boy... Actually, Paimon would definitely want to see the spring fairy again, no matter how old Paimon got. After all, she's the love of his life, right?
I see.
Oh? Looks like the party's still going strong over here. Are you coming up with more couplets? Need my help?
Stick to hosting, Tone Deaf Bard. If you get involved, you'll only match every couplet yourself and not leave any for the rest of us.
I never knew you had such a high opinion of my abilities, Paimon. But the couplet games are all over now. Tomorrow's theme is freestyle poetry.
Nội dung của sự kiện ngày mai sẽ là làm thơ tự do.
Do we have to share our own poems with everyone?
That's right. If you're not feeling confident, don't worry. It's never too late to register for Venti's poetry cram class.
Đăng ký lớp bổ túc của thầy Venti ngay bây giờ.
I'll sign up.
Tôi sẽ đăng
Oh,
ký.
me too.
Hold on there, Buster. Before you start peddling your classes, just how much freedom is there with this freestyle poetry exactly? Aren't there any requirements at all?
It's as free as the winds that blow. And there's nothing freer. There are no limits to genre, form, content, or anything else. So long as it comes from the heart, you're welcome to put it into poetry. Give it a try. There's no better chance to express your innermost thoughts.
Whoa, that's almost too much freedom. Paimon can't decide which way to go. Our travels, or maybe all the food that the travelers cooked for Paimon. Will you come too, Kelly Roy? Paimon wants to see what you write.
Oh, yes. I'll be there.
Có phải là Kali Hall này liên quan gì đó đến cái chuyện tinh linh rồi đúng không? Là bà ấy là tinh linh à? Cảm giác như thế lắm, thế nên bà ấy buồn này chứ hay như nào đấy?
My nose is starting to itch again. All right, I shall leave you to privately ponder your poems and bid you all good night. See you tomorrow.
Ok. Ôi, tập hôm nay khá là hay. Vươn người cái. Vươn người cái. Ồ, trời mưa luôn rồi.
Ah, my apologies. This heavy rain must be quite an inconvenience for you.
Rồi, trời mưa luôn rồi, mọi người đi về ngủ đi. Đi về ngủ, ngày mai tiếp tục sự kiện. Thôi rồi đó. Đấy là tập đây là tập 3 rồi à? Đây là tập 3 của event rồi. Và để ngày mai tôi chơi tiếp nhé. Tôi nghĩ là ngày mai là kết thúc, bởi vì đây là chapter thứ 2 rồi thì phải. Đúng rồi, chapter thứ 2 hoàn thành, còn mỗi chapter thứ 3 thôi. Là để mai tôi chơi tiếp nhá. Xin chào, tạm biệt. Hẹn mọi người ở video tiếp theo. Bye bye.